Surprise. I'm here. Glad to see you. Hope you can join me for a minute. If you were nearer by here in Bucks County, I'd invite you over and say, let's play a couple of songs in the backyard. So, since I can't do that, I'll do this instead. And you'll notice there's no tip jar out tonight. There are no admission requirements to get into this little gig. I'm just glad to see you. Let me know if you're there, if you happen to have just accidentally stumbled across this. And already I'm happy to see Gary Pratt in the house. So he was surfing. He was surfing Facebook. And here I am live from my backyard in an undisclosed location in Bucks County, PA. It's a beautiful summer's night. I'm going to play you some acoustic guitar songs here. I'm going to have some soda water. I'm already parched. And I played outside this week for a private party in Hunterdon County. Enjoyed it. Hey, Jamie's here. Enjoyed that very much. Played out by the pool for some nice people. Tomorrow, I'm playing a private party for WDVR, the radio station. And outside again, it's going to be, I believe, another great day, beautiful day. And so it's going to be a bunch of DJs and radio personalities. So I'm going to try to pull out some of the obscurities that you know that they love. And so tonight I'll do some familiar things, maybe a couple of originals. I'm just going to play a half an hour maybe because the sun's going to go down around 8:15. So say hi, sit back, relax, have an adult beverage if mood strikes you. It's an Eagles song. Jill's here. Hi, Jill. It's another tequila sunrise, staring slowly across the skies. I said goodbye. He was just a hired hand, working on some dreams he planned to try. The days gone by, every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town, and she's out running round, housebound. She wasn't just another woman, and I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, and it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. It never ends. Play it, Wilson. Another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never come. Oh, you just get numb. Yes, you do. everything is a prompt for a story. Any song is a prompt for a story. Thanks, Gary. Glad you're here. Happy summer to you, Jill. The story in regards to Tequila Sunrise is Glenn Frey said on Tavis Smiley one night that he got together with Don Henley, called him up, met in the clubs in L.A. They met through their mutual friend, Linda Ronstadt. Don Henley was playing drums for Linda Ronstadt at the time. And Glenn Frey said on the first day that they got together, they wrote Desperado and Tequila Sunrise the same day. So, what do you say? There's an auspicious start, friends. Now, from my vantage point, at this party I was playing on Thursday, there was a guy there who remembered JP's, the club on First Avenue in the high 70s in New York that we used to play at. When I say we, I mean Bittersweet, me. I discovered the joint, and they hired me first, and then I told Mike, Kathy, and Alan about it, and they became the hit of the place. It was always rumored that this little tiny place that held 80 people on First Avenue was co-owned by James Taylor, and I think there's a good chance that that was true. And there was always some celebrities in there, and you were sitting close quarters with them. The worst people to play for were the cast of Saturday Night Live, so I had them in there a couple of times, and they just talked incessantly loudly through my set, whatever. And they were about 3 feet away from me, so they were excited to be off the air, I guess. And I hung out there one night with Bill Murray. We spent the entire evening together chatting and talking about SNL, etc. And I was sitting at Bonnie Raitt's table that night, so he was attracted to that table and came over. And so one night I was playing their solo, and Bittersweet was playing across town in Trax, the other club that was run by Jimmy Poulos, JP. And I'm sure that Glenn Frey was sitting there alone at this table, and through my set he just kept looking at me like, hey, you're good, come on over, say hello during your break. He had this come hither look. And so I was about to come down after I took my break, and some people ran in and grabbed me and ushered me out. They said, come on quick, you have to play with Bittersweet. And they said, John Belushi's going to sit in with us in our next set. So as exciting as that was, and it turned out to be fairly exciting, lick that I learned from Steve Philp. But I came over and played, and I'll tell you that story another time, but I missed the opportunity to meet Glenn Frey, so who knows where that would have gone if I had met him. Maybe nowhere, but I wish... I'm going to read your comment. I was on SNL with Bill. What? Gary, what was that about? Was that about Under the Rainbow, the movie you were in? You hear... Hi, Nance. Good to see you. Anyway, here's a blues by James Taylor, not Steamroller. This is from his first album. A tree grows in my backyard. It only grows at night. Its branches, they're all twisted, and its leaves are afraid of light. He said them blues is just a bad dream. They seem to live inside your head. When it's lonely in the morning, baby, you're bound to wish you was lying dead. Winds out on the ocean, and they're blowing where they choose. Them winds ain't got no emotion, baby. They don't know that the blues is just a bad dream. They live inside your head. When it's lonely in the morning, baby, you're bound to wish you was lying in your backyard instead. My mind is rambling like some old rolling stone. Since that nightmare came to stay, baby, my thoughts just don't belong. They seem to live inside your head. When it's lonely in the morning, baby, what? You're bound to wish you was lying, yeah. You're bound to wish you was lying, This is what I would play in my backyard if you were here with me. Sitting outside, there's no bugs, knock on wood, knock on picnic table. The fireflies will potentially show up soon, but they're no bother. So James recorded this song as a long intro to another song. So this little instrumental really is the instrumental with no name, a great James Taylor instrumental. And I think it's the intro to a song called Like Anyone She Knows or something like that. Maybe one of you could help me out. Oh God, my fingernail's breaking. Damn it. Whatever. Should I just peel it off? And yeah, there it goes. It's gone. James Taylor carries around his own nail kit with him. So when he breaks a nail, he doesn't have to cancel the gig. missing every other note because of my missing fingernail. That's all right. So I went inside on Thursday night when everybody went in to eat, and I provided dinner music for them. And I thought to myself, if I were to play a song in here that was my own song, and I just had one chance to play a song that I had written, what would be the ultimate song to play for people and say, this is one of my songs? Let's see, Gary says, I was on Letterman with Bill Murray. I have been on SM Live. I was in the opening bit. Yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. Gary, you'll tell the whole story to us someday. You were in the movie, Gary, about the making of The Wizard of Oz. The movie being Under the Rainbow with, I believe, Carrie Fisher. And was Bill Murray in it? Is that how you got to know him? So there I was thinking, if you could only have one song, and you've written hundreds of songs, but you're sitting in somebody's living room, and they say, hey, why don't you play one of your songs? What's the song you wish you had more than any other? And when I play it for you, you're going to go, oh, of course. It makes total sense. And I was showing it to my friend Jamie the other day, yesterday, and it goes like this. It's this. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Oh, your life. You were only waiting for this moment to rise, yeah. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, yeah. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. Oh, your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Yeah. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Oh, your life. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You and I were waiting for this moment. Can you imagine just going around and playing that song for people? Especially right after he wrote it. Well, I'm outside. I'm playing a Martin. So it would behoove me to tune it at this point, but I'm only going to be on a little while longer tonight as the cars go by. A bug just appeared on the scene here. That's wild. How did that get so sharp? Well, all of you acoustic music and pop music fans are still bemused like I am about the fact that Joni Mitchell came out of retirement after having a brain aneurysm 7 years ago. And did a whole set at the Newport Folk Festival this past weekend. And the multitudes fell at her feet in worshipful admiration as she played and sang. And interestingly enough, friends, thanks, Gary. Interestingly enough, and let me remind you and reiterate, if you're looking for a tip jar, there is none tonight. But I might just make a request that if you're interested in helping out, this album that I'm making of my originals, and I've written 45 or 50 songs over COVID time, and I'm going to release a series of albums called Grace Notes. So if you go to GoFundMe and look up Grace Notes, just put in Grace Notes, you'll find it. And I'm a little more than halfway there to my goal. I would love it and be gratified and grateful. So over this past weekend in Newport, this past weekend, that's confusing. Last weekend, Joni Mitchell did a set, a good whole set, not a couple of songs. She did everything. You are so welcome, Jill. Thanks. I'm glad to have you. And I'm doing every week, every Sunday in August at Trinity Church. So come on over, Jill. And bring other LaBeoufs with you. I'll get through this story. Paul Simon came out of retirement. His retirement was a little less noticed, but he did retire 2 years ago or so. He's 80 now, I believe. He looked great and he sounded great. And he played not a whole set. He played about 4 songs over the weekend, and it was kind of totally blanked out by Joni Mitchell's appearance. But in his honor, I wanted to play one of Paul Simon's earliest classics for you. You know it. And it goes like this. I'm sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand. Every stop is neatly planned, a poet and a one-man band. Yeah, homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. Each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, I'll play the game and pretend. All my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. I wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me, yeah. The first big hit, of course, was Sounds of Silence. Boy, you have to drink a lot out here. Good. This is a sing-along time, and we'd all be singing along outside here. The sun is still kind of with us. It's not dark yet, but it will be. So, Sounds of Silence was recorded in E flat minor, and wisely, Paul now does it in B minor, way, way, way down. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Really low in his vocal range. Come to talk with you again. So he's smart. He's just like not going to strain. While I was sleeping, and the in my brain still remains with the sound of silence. My friend Al Gorgoni, who was the co-producer of my first album, he played the electric guitar on that record. And Paul wasn't even there when he recorded that. They put the bass drums and electric guitar on after the fact when Paul was in England, bumming around, playing on the street corner. Hi, Joy. No, we're in the backyard tonight. Such a beautiful night. And so this is a defining moment in the life of Paul Simon. He could have been the pretentious artiste, but he's a pragmatist, as is James Taylor, as are many of the greats. Many of the greats are just like trying to get enough record sales to keep making records. That's the goal. And I think in a minute I'll play you a song that James Taylor wrote when he came to the crossroads of his career, and he needed a hit. He needed a hit single, and he needed a hit that wasn't a cover song, because he had just had his first #1 with Carole King's song, You've Got a Friend. And he wanted to say, well, I'm not a cover act, I'm a writer, you know. So I have to write something if I want to keep this train rolling. And he did. When he needed it, he did. And Paul Simon was over there. He gets a call from Art Garfunkel, and he says, you know, they decided to put electric guitar, bass, and drums on Sounds of Silence and release it as a single. Are you okay with that? And now, other men might have said, no, I want to come back and supervise that. I don't want them messing around with my song. And Paul said, no, go ahead. The record's dead in the water. It's not selling anything. So if it's not selling, let them do whatever they want. James wrote this song, and this summer, as I understand it, if you go see Eric Clapton play, you'll hear him do his version of it, and I love his version of it. It's like a soulful R&B classic the way Eric Clapton does it, and some people don't like it because of that. But I'm not one of them. So I'm going to do it a little bit as a combination, the combo platter between James Taylor's version and Eric Clapton's version. James Taylor needed to write a hit single, and he did. And it goes like this. Do me wrong, but do me right. Tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for morning light. But don't let me be lonely tonight. Say goodbye, but say hello. It's sure enough good to see you, babe, but it's time to go. Don't say yes, but please don't say no. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Go away then, baby. Go on and do as you please. You ain't gonna see me getting on my knees. I'm undecided, and your heart's been divided. It's been turning my world upside down and around and around. So do me wrong, but do me right now, baby. Go on and tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light, yeah. But don't let me be lonely tonight. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Oh no. So don't let me be lonely tonight. Na 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 na. Talking about Belize, sugar baby. I don't want to be lonely tonight. Well, happy to be able to play for you tonight. Jim, what do you got to say? Yup. I'll teach it to you again. We're going to be seeing a lot of each other. Is this soda? This tastes like soda. It's supposed to be sparkling water. I'm not supposed to be drinking sugar. I'm going to do one more song for you. James was not above the idea of if he needed a hit. Okay, he wrote one. He had a number one with Carole King song. But you know what? When he needed it, he'd go back to the covers. He'd find a classic cover and do it. Whatever it took is what he would do. And he's been doing it to this day. His brother Livingston is going to be playing in that outdoor series in 2 weeks from tonight. Upper Marion. Annie and I will be there, presumably, I hope, if she's not working, and Eli too. And we'll see Uncle Liv. And so if you're up for a fun time in that park, Upper Marion, in 2 weeks, the 13th of August, look for us. We'll be there, and we'll all have some fun together, seeing one of the greats, Livingston Taylor. So here's what James Taylor did around the time of the album that was called Gorilla. And what a great song. It's been a hit twice. It was a hit for Marvin Gaye, then it was a hit for JT, and it'll probably be a hit again someday. It's that sturdy and that well written by Holland Dozier Holland. Do you have beefed up security? Yes, you can see the motorcycle flotilla is going by behind me. They're just circling the property here. So if you're home and you feel like it, I'm going to kind of blast out on this, wail away on my Martin. And then I'll be back one of these days. And if you'd like to help out with the Grace Notes project, just look up Grace Notes on GoFundMe, and any little bit helps. I'd appreciate it greatly. We're going to have a good time making this record, this series of records. And Jamie Flynn and I have already started the process, and I sense that there are going to be some very special recordings that come out of this. And I'm going to put your name on the album if you contribute. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to put people's names on the back cover to thank them publicly. That's about it for now. The GoFundMe page is also on my Chip Murgott Facebook page. If you scroll down, you'll find it. Probably if you scroll down on this page, you'll find it. Thanks for listening. God bless you. We'll see you again soon, I hope. And it goes like this. Sing along if you want. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotions, baby. Gonna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Yeah, yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Every day was just a day more. Seems like everywhere I look, I've been there before. But you brighten up for me all of my days. Love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like honey from the bee, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It feels so mine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like maple syrup, baby. I can't stop. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I'm on a roll. bless you. Great to see yous. Happy birthday to Jamie. Happy birthday to Alan LaBeouf, in case he catches this after the fact. And we shall meet again. Have a great weekend.